Hello there. I hope you are all doing really good today. It's been a long time. I've seen how the views on my past videos have actually grown a lot. Now I'm getting some messages in my inbox with ton of other questions. See how everything was doing, like how did I graduated, did I finish? Well, unfortunately the answer that I have is that I haven't been able to finish. The truth is that you all know these last 2 years have been kind of crazy for a lot of people. I'm sure every one of us has been touched somehow, either by someone that had COVID experience by themselves, restrictions, wearing a mask all the time. A lot of different things have happened to our lives, and I was just no exception to that. I have to say that there's a lot I wish I could share with you, although I'm sure that for most of you that won't be really relevant, because if you came here it's because you know my other video when I enrolled in the QC Academy for the interior design and professional organization. What I'm doing right now and this really quick video update is to kind of tell you what's going to happen next, or at least what I want to happen next. So there are a few things that you need to know when you enroll, and the first thing is that it's still a great option. All right, so my experience have not it hasn't anything to do with the program itself. It's more with different situations in life that I had to face that wouldn't allow me to actually have time to go through all the material that I have, which is really good. The first thing that I can tell you is that prices vary a lot. Like from the time that I enrolled to a year later, a year and a half later, the price switched a bit. So they even had some really good promotions. I can definitely go ahead and put the link down below. I think I will try to more details on the two different ones that I selected. Again, that was interior decoration and professional organizing. The second thing about the pricing is that they are very helpful. So they also have payment plans that you can go through so that you can actually, if you don't have the money all at once, you can actually take care of that like within monthly payments, which is really great. They have a great platform for you to be able to have all the content in one place. It's not just the books, because if you see in my previous on my previous video, I show you like a bunch of books, but it turns out that there's a lot of digital content that you can access and go through it. There are a lot of videos as well, and assessments. Yes, because you do need to do your assessments. That's part of how it works. You get to study, then you have to practice, and you have to send this information that will be verified by your professor, by your tutor. And after you submit that to them, they will review the unit and will send it back to you graded. You will continue doing that until you complete all of the units. It really depends on what you're actually choosing, the amount of units that you will have, how easy or how complex are they going to be, right? So with that being said, some of the materials that I've received from them, especially for the interior decorating part, that has to do with painting, I had some like watercolors, drawing pads, a very good ruler, and a lot of other things. Those things are the only one that I would say that for me was definitely one of the things that I'm really happy to have. Let me show you, because I actually have it here. So one of these things is these watercolor palette. I actually review it. I love it because you know, besides school, I'm also a little bit artsy, so this is a palette. I like it, I loved it. It's been amazing, it's been great. So it's been with me for 2 years now, and I've used it quite a bit. Some of these colors are about to hit pan actually. So you still can go without them. Like, don't fear if you use it at all, or you don't know, or you have to practice a lot. That's the idea. It's materials that you can actually get somewhere really at affordable prices. So next thing is they have a period of 2 years for you to go ahead and actually finish your course, and this is where it gets tricky for me. So it's been already more than 2 years. I started or I actually enrolled on March 2019, yeah, March 2019. Everything was going great back then. Just a few months later, it's when we had, like, actually I think it was that same month after I got that, then we started having all of these issues, and pandemic happened, we all know, right? But they give you 2 years for you to go ahead and finish your course. You do get like the option whenever you are studying it on the platform, you do get the option to print out the information that you are enrolled with them, which is great if you're working and you need like some type of support that you're actually doing something to grow yourself. That's great. Or even if you want to apply to some sort of a student benefit, like I know of some companies that will give you a student benefit, and if you present this information for enrollment, you can actually apply for that as well. Now, they do have great partnerships. I don't know them all off the top of my mind, but I remember that I went through the system and I investigated every one of them, and I was like so sad because some of these things are only for Canadian or US, because remember, this is the QVC Academy is actually in Canada, or at least that's how it's laid out. All the process, they are a Canadian organization, right? So it's mostly towards Canadian, but that doesn't mean that they don't take worldwide students. Now, that will be great if somehow they would be able to expand some of their benefits worldwide for us, like in Latin Americans, maybe. But it's part of the process, right? Something is, I can tell you, I think that I said that a moment ago, content is really great, it's really good, it's step by step. You have illustrations, you have visuals, you have videos. So I still think that it's a great option, though it's really been difficult for me. Now, why it has been difficult for me? And just like to give you a hint of what's been happening all my life, because I know I talked a little bit about this previously, but essentially I had to change jobs just like a few months after I enrolled. I had to switch jobs. The great thing is that they helped me lowering my monthly payments so that I could end up paying. So that was great. That it was really, really helpful for me to actually complete the payments for the whole program. Then after that, I switched to a different job. So this other job, which is the one that I'm currently in, is a little bit demanding in time, especially when you're going through a pandemic and your business is growing. So that was a challenge. Also, I am a mom. I do not have my daughter with me full time because I'm mostly outside, so my day usually starts like around 6 a.m. and ends about 11 p.m. and that's because I also go to college. So I'm not a full-time college student anymore. I did that for about a year and a half, but it was really, really bad for my health. I'm like, I could say I'm easily over 25 pounds extra from when I first filmed this video, like the first video. And it's because I cannot stand a lot. Most of my job is actually in a computer, so I'm in the computer most of the time. And then pandemic happened, no more like on-site classes, everything's virtual, so I would be sitting on my computer the whole day. Well, step up just to go to the bathroom, take a bath, walk the dog or something like that. So it's been crazy. So due to all of these things that happen, I barely had time to actually keep up with the program. It doesn't really mean that you can't. And from all of the people that actually wrote me asking about them, if it was right, if I was able to finish or not, they were considering to enroll, but they thought like it was going to be a lot. You can definitely do it. If you're a full-time job person, like you have a 9-hour job, I'm sure you can take about 2-3 hours, maybe 3 times a week through 2 years, and you can finish your program. In my case, since I already had that time separated from college, that made it difficult for me. On top of that, there is some learning involved with my current employee. So I do have to go through a lot of training to learn a lot of things. And there was some times when we were in a 24-hour situation. You had to be there at odd times. So you will go ahead and work full time, but then you will have to be on call for emergencies at some points, like through these last few years, not always. That it's changing right now, so that's the reason why I say right now I need to check if I can go ahead and complete all the training. Now, all of the content is still available for me to read, so it has not disappeared. It's not like I've lost access. It's just like the period of time that they give you to finish the course has officially ended. I did some research and they told me that once it expired, I could contact them to see how it works for me to get it, like to get more time to finish and actually get my diploma once I finish. So once I have that information, then I will be able to go ahead and then lay out like a full schedule, plan stuff to actually finish. And as I mentioned before, if you have questions, you can feel free to chat me on my Instagram, which is at SSUBIRU. It will be down in the little comment box. You will have my Instagram in there. Feel free to ask me any questions if you want. I did had a other Instagram account created just for this purpose of going through this process. But I found as well that keeping through your personal Instagram, like your social network, and when you're working with personal branding and all of that, having multiple accounts may not be good to start. So although I currently have my personal account and I am supporting 2 other like small business ideas that we are developing, like me and my friends and people that is close to me, and helping them with those, it's challenging still. So I decided that for myself I would only have one account, which will be my personal account, SSUBIRU, and it's going to be on the box. Again, chat me if you have questions, or if you actually get to enroll and you want a study partner. I don't know if I've said this too many times to people that was able, like they were able to chat me and ask me questions that were like, hey, you know what, if you get to enroll, let me know, because I really would like to have a study partner. That's no joke. I definitely would love to have a study partner that will help me to go through all of this, because in team everything is better. You get to have more fun. If you don't understand something, you can ask, and you can always like have some fun getting to know each other. Whenever you have like an entrepreneur mindset, like you want to do stuff, you really want to get to know people that can help you go through this, and you can help them as well to go through all of this, and make relationships that last, professional relationships that last. For that being said, I have so much to tell, not just related to this, but it's been a journey pack of many things. I have even been into one of those like I'm sure you ever heard of Being Graciosi or Tony Robbins, but I went to one of those events. It was like the Power to Pivot. I don't have many people to share that with, especially in Central America. I didn't see anyone from Panama when we joined, and I was like asking anyone from Panama, but I was not able to get an answer. That's too bad, because I really wanted to go ahead and talk about that like a lot. And again, I'm mumbling now. Thank you so much for your time, for going through this 15-20 minutes. Hopefully it's not too long and I didn't spoke too fast. You remember, my English is not my main language. I'm doing my best here. But thank you so much for all of your questions, for all of your views and comments. I really think, honestly, that if you want to learn something, you will find the ways to do it. And if the company or the organization that has the possibility to extend a certificate for you of completion that supports that you like know something, if you have the possibility and you can afford it, go ahead and do it. Invest in yourself. But just if you still want to do it and you have like no budget for everything, like really this could be out of your mind right now. $500 or $1,000 could be out of your mind right now, or your budget, your possibilities. Still, don't get discouraged. Just go ahead, open YouTube, search for videos, search for how to do stuff, learn a lot, try yourself, DIY projects, because I know that you can definitely do it if you make that one of your purposes. Don't get discouraged because you don't have like enough money to afford something like this, because I'm telling you that it's good. I'm telling you that even though I haven't finished, I do think that there is good content. But of course, that's my thought, because at the time and through monthly payments I was able to afford it, but pandemic has hit people in different places and probably you don't have it. And if you're seeing this, and you have to wait maybe something that is more valuable to you, just go ahead and learn online, off YouTube, or different blogs from designers if you went into interior decorating, or from professional organizers. LinkedIn is a great tool, I have to say, if you want to go into groups of people, especially now that there is like you can like market yourself with LinkedIn or something like that, I heard. So there are several groups of professionals. Like I've seen a lot of virtual assistants groups and professional organizers groups that you can actually be part of them and ask questions and learn from them. And maybe if you start practicing with your friends and people that you know, and like reading books and a lot of information, you will be able to get to a moment that you will be able to afford something that certificates your knowledge. Because I think that that's one of the things that if you want to pursue a career in it, the first step usually is like, okay, how do I tell people that I know my thing? Like, how do I show them or support them? I need a document or something. So this is a good thing for you to go ahead and start. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know. Leave the comments. I hope to see you soon with an update regarding if I was able to go ahead and extend the lifetime of my course for me to be able to finish and obtain that certificate. Don't get lost. I will do my best. I'm not promising, but I will do my best to post another video soon on that matter. And if you want to know anything else, like about anything completely different, maybe you have questions about something that I mentioned, feel free to ask and I'll do my best to answer. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you for being here with me for a while. Bye.